That's it. That's it for the qualifying. It is as follows. Arias, Cantore, Gavars, Lynch, Abazovic, Blümke, Pantopol, Weiner, and Meidl has not done a lap. Schlebusch as well. Close at the top, I would say so as well. Like, we have the top 6 in the midst of almost half a second. 1 and 2 are just... That's basically just a bit of paper there in between. Let's look at Arias for the start. Look at that. Hello, hello. It has been a while indeed. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? I hope you are well. And welcome to DTM at Avos. Here, in the heart of Berlin. The background there somewhere is the Fernsehturm. And we're starting this race in 30 seconds. Arias. Spanish driver in the front. Cantore. The winner of the last race in P2. Lynch. P3 in last race in P3. Starting here. And here we go. Those are the lines. Here we go. This is green flag. And away we go. We're looking at Pantopol, but I'm already seeing an overtake there into the front. Blümke has a beautiful start there, I would say. And he maybe tries his best to secure himself T1, but he stays to the outside. Gavars boots his Cantore a bit, and we don't have much of a pileup at all. Seems to be pretty clear without a bit of bumping and bruising, but guys, this is racing. We are in the chicanes. We're looking at Pantopol now, who is not getting a good run out of it. Oh my god, and Weiner crashes. Big shunt. Big shunt. Pantopol makes a 360 and he's back on the road. Weiner has such a bad crash that I think this is his race done for now. Arias still in P1, but the battle is here between Gavars and Blümke, side by side. And Cantore has a word to speak with them. He goes in as well. Gavars, we're meeting at the Südkurve. Arias has as much time as he wants because those three fighting for P2 right now are taking their sweet little time. And that gives Arias at the moment 3 seconds to the front for all the mistakes he might be doing later on. As for Lynch, he did not have the best of the starts. He is in P6 now. Fell from P3 to P6. You see it in the little camera there. And well, there is the battle for P2 still brewing here. Lynch is getting close. Can you watch Gavars how he drives through chicanes? I mean, sure. We have it on the screen right now. Let's do it. Gavars at the Südkurve here. And Cantore makes the move to the inside. But there is the switchback! Gavars makes the switchback. He has the chicanes. Let's see. There he goes. That looks sound to me. And same as always, we're looking at real penalty. And Cantore is still quite close here. Oh, there was a little bit of contact there. I did see it. I did see it. Lynch, while this is going on, went into P5. No, he's fighting with Abazovic in P6, P5. I think the battle is still on. And here we are side by side yet again. Cantore versus Gavars. And Blümke in the background. He sees it and he will have the time maybe to catch up again, as long as Gavars and Cantore are fighting. This time, no switchback. Gavars has to basically stay there, and I think he lost it there a bit and touched the wall. just so slightly, and that basically took quite the time away between both of them. That was 1 second that he lost due to that, and I think Blümke will take this chance to make the move on Gavaz now. He is in the slipstream. He can make the move. And we are at the Nordkurve, and you know after the Nordkurve what comes? The big start straight finish, and we might see a move there. In Q here. Okay. I mean, if it works, it works. If it is a valid lap, then it is a valid lap. So, we're back at it again, and Blümke slowly loses track of the slipstream. That's 0.8. That should already be, I think, a bit too much. But yeah, as you do see it, that Gavaz takes the chicane very, very lenient. But if RP doesn't say anything and his car survives this, then it's all fair game, I would say. If everybody knows that, and that is what everybody finds out in practice, and they do it that way, then that's fair game in my opinion. Although I do have to say that maybe, but, I mean, how should everybody know? How should everybody know? The closest battle to the race at the moment is indeed at the Südkurve here. Gavaz versus Cantore, the winner of last race. Cantore versus Gavaz, who didn't have that much luck in the second race, in last second's race. So the way this is done here, this DTM race, is it's 2 15-minute races back to back, and that results in a total result. First race in the last race. So last race was Zolder in the first half, in the first smaller race. Gavaz got P3. In the second one, he had to work for P6. Just couldn't settle the deal there and got punted right at the beginning. We do have a bit of back markers here. Is that Busch? No, that is Meidl blocking Cantore a bit to the inside, and Gavaz punts Meidl out of the way. Interesting strategy here. That is a big oof, I say. And Lynch! What is happening here? Lynch is out. That seems to have been a crash with Busch. Both of the German drivers there in the back seems to have caught up a few drivers, and Gavaz there, I'm not sure, it looked a bit like he was losing it and went into Meidl that way. But this could have also been a straight up, you know, don't do that with me here. We're racing with Cantore. You blocking him is not the good way of doing things. So that's how it is. Busch missed his braking point, apparently. He says that car seems to be broken. I don't see Busch finishing this race today. Cantore closed in on Arias, actually, while this was going on, and is in the second now, and maybe he can pick the speed up at the moment, at this moment in time. The fastest lap is held by Cantore, almost 2/10 faster than Arias, and that battle is coming in. We're staying with Gavaz and Blümke, who are still battling it out. But again, I have to say, the Alfa seems to be a bit underpowered, maybe because usually on the straight line, the Alfa doesn't see it. Oh, the battle is on. The battle is on. We will switch now to Cantore versus Arias. P2 versus P1. The battle for the lead here. We are in the chicanes, and Cantore definitely is in the slipstream, I would say. And if he keeps on it, then I think we will see a move. But I mean, what am I saying? I'm saying Blümke's car might not be the best on the straight line, but yet here Arias is in P1 leading the race, having P1 for a while now. Some ballast and restrictor on Alfa. Like those cars are bopped actually. They have balance and performance and they should be equal. And we do see a very mixed grid, so I might just talking out of my ass. Maybe the Alfa is just not as good on the straights and is better in the turns. Who actually knows it? Well, B Jeffy, maybe we will see you drive very soon and you can show your skill. That seems like a good bundle. Oh, and we have a side-by-side. We have a side-by-side. Cantore puts the pressure on Arias. We are side-by-side. His Mercedes tries to get a word in edgewise. And he is in the slipstream. He goes for the outside. We are side-by-side, baby. And now it goes. Down the start, straight finish. We have 5 minutes left in this race. Can Cantore make the move into the lead? But Arias still has the inside there, and he keeps it for now. Pantopol goes out of his way to make way for the upcoming car, which is Cantore, which is Arias, which will be Gavaz. Blue flag behavior seems to be good today. If we don't talk about Meidl, who knows what exactly happened there, but he did block Cantore to the inside there. It doesn't look like this was to Cantore's issue because Cantore is competing for first place at this point. And he hugs the inside so much there, scraping the paint on the wall there, and he's trying it again. He is pinching, or at least he's not pinching him that much. Gives and Arias locks up, and that gives him the possibility. That gives Cantore the move, but Arias gets it back. That was very, very small chance there for Cantore. He is still in there. So far, no matter what you say, Michael, it looks like Arias is handling his Alfa very, very well there in the front. I don't see at the moment that this balance of performance is too bad. He seems to be losing out a bit on the straight, but also you have to say that Cantore has slipstream that might just not be the actual truth. I don't see it that way at the moment. And who knows, in the turn behavior, it might be quicker. I mean, that's the idea of a bob. And oh, Cantore goes slightly over, and now he has to fear Supreme Commander Gavaz, who is now on his heel, closer than ever. Well, in the last 5 laps, I would say. Throws it in. We may be able to see some changes here. But Cantore, overall, he tries. Gavaz goes wide again here. Loses a bit of time, for sure, to the front. Maybe not. He's catching up again. Has a bit of a wider entry here and seems to do just well. And we're seeing it here right now. There is a back marker, and that could be some time. And Cantore makes it, and he closes the door immediately for Arias, so he can't actually use the long way around and go back side by side. And oh my god, what a move around Meidl! What a move around Meidl! Holy shit! And Gavaz has to go around Meidl as well, and I think he lost more time there, and Meidl got killed yet again. This is the second time today. What a battle between Cantore and Arias here on Avus. The last 2 minutes in this race have been on, and it has been beautiful in terms of racecraft here. We have seen a beautiful battle, especially with Blümke, Gavars, Arias, and Candore there in the front. In the back, it didn't look as enticing, and Lynch does seem to have issues, at least in the first race. Maybe the crew can repair the car real good and make it ready for race 2. Maybe we will see Lynch back at his former strength again. Gavars, who had to miss out on a good result overall in the last race, now is keeping on with third place here. We are at Nordkurve, and Arias, he tries to get it back, but if he doesn't get into the slipstream now, then I'm not sure he will get it back. Candore, of course, he did indeed lose the lead. Arias, very unfortunate, but Candore, overall, you also have to say, he is the faster car. He is faster at the moment, on like has the best lap. That could be due to slipstreaming, but to be honest, Candore did drive similar laps earlier. The quali was on. Of course, we are on a different set of tires. Arias seems to be on softs. That could also be a reason why Arias had such a strong first half of the race, where he was running away. And now it could be that the tires are just so degraded that he can't make the move into Cantore's time anymore. It's already 1 second off. We have 6 seconds away from the end of the race, and that's going to be it. Candore gets the first race down and makes a beautiful, beautiful race for the first round. Candore wins on the first race at Avos. And we now will wait. Let's hope the waiting time won't be as much as it was earlier. Candore goes out of the race. Does he just restart, or can he just do the first race today? I wonder. This is a 2-part race. Who knows? I don't know. But Candore wins. Arias P2, Gavars P3, Blümke P4, Abazovic, Pantopol, Lynch. Lynch definitely part of a bigger issue there, if you remember. Let's go with it, to be honest. Let's go with it. Lynch. Here is Abazovic. They were fighting quite heavily. And there is battling on, definitely. And there is the cracked windshield. There is the cracked windshield. So, also, this was actually from the driver himself here. Went a bit too wide there, lost the car, snapped into the wall, and that was the damage. Abazovic goes through, and from that point on, Lynch did not have a good race. There might have been some crashes here and there, but yeah, that was basically it. So, if we go now, the waiting time is only 1 minute, and then we are right in the next race. I hope everybody is still there. Candore locked back in. What a race this has been so far. Let's hope in 20 seconds we will know more. And it has been so fun. So what happens now in the second race of this race weekend is the top 5 will be flipped. So Abazovic will actually have pole for the next race. Blümke behind him. Gavars stays on P3. Arias P4. Candore in the back. So everything is now flipped on its head, at least the top 5. Busch, Weiner are out. Schlebusch, technically, no, Schlebusch is not in. Didn't make it to the end. Candore, beautiful win. Will the tires stay the way they are now, or will they change? Who knows? I just hope that the game gives me the right amount of data. We do have a bit of a problem with the cameras again, but it shouldn't be a problem. We usually don't use those cameras. 1 minute left, and we will see the next one. Candore now on P5. While Abazovic, Blümke, Gavars, Arias are in front of him. This is going to be very, very interesting. And Meidl is still there. Pantopol, Arias. Yeah. Let's see what happens here. in the second round in Berlin. There's the Fernsehturm. You can see it very well. I hope it's the Fernsehturm. Maybe I'm tripping and it's not the Fernsehturm. Might not be it. I'm a good German. I know my stuff, apparently. So we will go with let's hope that the system is repairing itself. Blümke has a beautiful start. Goes immediately into P1. The two Alphas right there in the front. Arias and Blümke fighting both Alphas here at the turning point at the Südkurve. I don't see a punt. I see everything so far looks very, very clean. And here we are. Oh, shit. There we go. Here from the cam, we have Blümke in the front. The Alpha's very strong to be, at least from the start. Like, maybe it's acceleration. And Gavaz and Abazovic are side by side, but Abazovic has to give that up. Gavaz has to give that up. Abazovic has the inside. Maybe he get it back now, side by side. And they are indeed, oh yeah, they are indeed side by side. Gavaz in P3 here. And he is now catching up to Blümke. Abazovic gives him the turn, or does he throw it in? Cantore throws it in, and oh, Gavaz! Gavaz touches Blümke. Blümke loses it as well. Both turn. This is crazy. Gavaz takes it. And now Cantore, Lynch, and Arias are in the front. Abazovic, Pantopol. Gavaz has again a bit of trouble in the second race and is in the back now. Blümke has to get that back now. He is probably going for Meidel in just a second. And yeah, that is a clean overtake if I have seen one. Immediately went for the move. We have a side-by-side here in the front. This is the battle for P3 here. Abazovic versus Lynch. Side by side. For a moment there. And he goes back into the slipstream. And I think we will see a move very, very soon here. And he has the inside. Lynch goes for the inside. Cantore already in P2. And Abazovic tries for the switchback. But that is not in for today, unfortunately. And Lynch is back at his prime, I would say. Last race, he showed it very, very well that he has the stuff to be. He has the guts to be right there in the front. Didn't work out in the first part of the race here on Abos today in this race weekend. But maybe we get back to it in the second race. Lynch has the chance now to do it yet again. Fastest lap by Cantore, 55.8. We do have an interval, and the closest battle is what you see right now. God damn it. So, there we are. Half a second to the front there. Abazovic is still not getting out of this battle here and now. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Pantopol and Gavaz are meeting each other here at the quick right-hander right before the Nordkurve. Is that going to be something? Pantopol just looks to the inside there. That wasn't enough to actually make a move. And he slowly goes onto the throttle, full throttle now. Going away from the pits. Fastest lap, Cantore. Yet again, Lynch. Fastest lap, 55.8. 55.7 by Gavaz. Pantopol gets driven out of his potential 5th place. Pantopol had not a good first race, not a good first race weekend. Last week on Zolder, now he is running in P6 in front of Blümke due to a mistake, but his last race wasn't that bad, to be honest. Let me look real quick. Race 1, Pantopol Made a good P7 in front of Meidel, in front of Busch, in front of Weiner, who had to give out. I'll be right back. Give me just a moment. I'll be right back. All right. And here we are back again. Immediately, Gavaz puts it up. 55.5, fastest lap of this session. Very, very close to each other is Gavaz now. Catching up to Abazovic again. I wonder what happened there here in P4. Blünke P6, slowly catching up, but I'm not sure that is going to be anything. I'm not sure he can make up 9 seconds in 8 minutes, but who knows? Gavaz is putting in fastest lap after fastest lap, and Arias still in the front there today. The Alfa seems to be good on this exact track. Cantore closing in now slowly into Arias, and I'll let you follow Gavaz for a bit as I have to go away for a minute again, but I'll be right back. Just give me a moment and watch Gavaz. Alright, and it seems like that battle is still brewing between Gavaz and Abazovic. It's happening, guys. And to be honest, looking good so far. Very, very close racing here we've seen today at Avos. Let me see the interval. Cantore now has him in his sight. Arias is under attack once again. And when you see 0.4, you know he is in the slipstream. And when he makes the move, he makes the move. This is going to be quite interesting to see. Cantore tries to, yes. Oh, tries to make the move. Arias, I don't know if he expected Cantore to already make the move. He left some space there. And Cantore wasn't really sure what to do. Kind of decided, is it worth it? Is it worth it? I don't think so. And at the end of the day, didn't do it just yet, but he will very, very soon. Gavaz in P4 now. Lynch so far running a very, very good P3 here today. That, like, sounds awesome. For the Apex Assault Racing AAR driver, we have a backmarker here on track. That might be Meidel. who lets everybody through, not killing anybody in the process. And Cantore and Arias are side by side yet again. Cantore has the outside, Arias inside, and... Oh, and we have a crash! Meidel collects Lynch! What happened there even? I want to see that. It's 5 minutes before the end. I need to see what happened there. That is crazy. What the fuck is going on? Meidel is always good for a little bit of surprise in the race. If you don't know, Meidel is kind of infamous here on WSS in our series, and we will probably see him on Indy tonight. Meidel, the absolute GOAT, yes. The greatest crasher of all time. And while Lynch is getting back into, hopefully, Gavaz's time, we see a side-by-side yet again, and Arias still has that. And to be honest, from a maybe, I'm just spitballing here, but maybe, hear me out. Maybe the top speed of the Alfa Romeo is actually bad when you restrict it. But to be honest, so far what I have seen at T1, the acceleration of the Alfa Romeo is much, much better. Maybe it struggles in the higher speeds, but acceleration is pretty good on the Alfa. So far, every battle where they were side by side, Arias and Cantore, the Mercedes versus the Alfa, Arias got out of it by just a better straight acceleration. Might be wrong about that. You know it better than me, but that is what it looks like at least. They both break yet again. We have a side-by-side race for a while now. We are... I mean, he has the inside. He has less way to traverse, of course, the Alfa. But to me, it looks like it just runs away. And Cantore is keeping it up, like in the high-speed areas and slowly closing in. And sometimes in the turns, maybe. But if he's not in the slipstream, then he has to make that up with his own time. The acceleration of the Alfa is just on another level, I would say. Again, we are side by side. The Alfa has all-wheel drive to help out, and the hairpin might also be. But this time, Cantore has the inside. And can he make the move? Can he actually make something out of it? Because the Alfa there, you saw him sweep in there for a quick sniff of slipstream. And we are now running there, and Cantore is doing it. Arias tries to get it back, tries to set it, and they are side by side there. Almost yet again, but this time Arias actually decides to not pick a fight right before the chicane. Stays back, and there we go. Gavaz seems to be very comfortable in his third place here. Lynch does not seem to get closer, at least in the last previous laps. I didn't see that time getting much closer or much lower. As for Cantore, I mean, that's the problem. That's the problem. I'm telling you, Cantore, you give him the finger, he rips out your whole arm out of its socket. He had a tiny advantage here by having the inside. And now Arias also goes wide, goes extremely wide, almost too wide. He does get it back from Gavaz there, but now he has another problem here on Avos. Also, last lap from Arias was 0.4 slower than Cantore, so it seems that the softs may be struggling again. Maybe this is a compound battle more than it is a speed battle, and Gavaz, he sweeps through. He has the inside there, and he keeps it on the inside. His car seems to be slightly unstable there for a moment, being a bit sideways. And now he tries it again. Can Gavaz's car... Oh, god damn it! Can Gavaz's car make the move as well? We're going into the braking zone. We are with the BMW here. So you can't say the grid isn't mixed. We have Cantore in the Mercedes. We have Arias in the Alfa, who picked maybe just a compo that was good for the beginning, bad at the later half. Gavaz in the BMW, fighting for P2 now. So we have all of the classes, BMW, Mercedes, and Alfa, running there in the front, battling each other for it. So I wouldn't be so safe to say that this balance of performance seems to be exactly what we were looking for. And to be honest, this has been such a good race. We are at overtime. Is Cantura already over the line? He is. He is. Okay, so this has been it. I kind of missed. I thought there is another lap in the tank. Cantura wins overall on Abus today in the DTM, the Deutsche Touringwagenmeisterschaft. Rennwagenmeisterschaft. Now I get it mixed up as well. Cantora wins both races here today. And that means in the total he will have the race for himself. Arias, second place, was also second place in the first race. Gavaz, third place, was also third place in the first race. The only switch there will be with Lynch and Blümke, who will probably... It will be interesting to see who gets which points. That has been such a beautiful race, guys. It was entertainment pure. Now I want to know... Pantopol puts it up, does some donuts.